We going?
Yeah, we're ready.
My name's Greg Christensen, and I served in the United States Army during Vietnam. I was drafted, and I served in 1967 and 1968. I was trained as an MP, a military policeman, Fort Gordon, and then I was transferred to Fort Monroe, Virginia, where I spent most of my time. I started being active in the American Legion is about 2008. That was when my father passed away, and he was in the Navy, and they done the military rites for him, and after I seen that, I wanted to be part of it. So I joined, started there, and then spent a couple of years as the commander of Post 68, and just been very proud to serve and do these final rites for the people in the military in this area. It's been a real honor for me to be able to do that. And most recently I've kind of dropped out because of some health issues, but I really admire these men and women that served in our military and served for our country.
I'm Craig Larson. I served in the Army. I wasn't drafted. There was 5 of us. We went and volunteered for the draft, so that meant you left 2 weeks earlier. We took basic at Fort Lewis, Washington. We took AIT there. Then RMOS, that's what our job was. We were 11 Bravo, so we were in the infantry, the ground pounders. I was in 1969. That's when the Vietnam War was going. So we went together to Vietnam, the 5 of us, and then when we got there, they split us up. We all went to different units. I was in the 1st Air Cav. I thought I'm in the Air Cav, and it's an air mobile helicopter that you do a lot of flying, but you didn't see a lot of flying where I was. You did a lot of ground pounding and walking, and but I was always proud to serve, and I'd do it again if they asked me. If they needed me, I'd do it again. And when you go through your basic AIT and your training, you get you're proud to serve. You're proud of your country, and it's an honor. We did our time in Vietnam. All 5 of us come back. A lot of times, a lot don't come back, but we came back, and we all kind of went our separate ways. But the problem I had is when I come back is you'd come back, you'd go through an airport, people would spit at you, they'd call you names, and I thought, well, hey, I'm coming back to home and that, but it was, you were looked down on. When I applied for school, for college, or applied for a job, you didn't know if you wanted to put Vietnam veteran on your resume. You didn't know if it'd help you or not. But with the Legion here, it's been a turnaround for me. It's kind of been my welcome home. We go to schools on Veterans Day. We go to all the schools, the grade schools in Spanish Fort and Salem, and these kids are glad to see you. We'll split up, and we'll go and we'll tell them about ourselves. We'll tell them about freedom. We'll tell them how to be patriotic or fly the flag. And these kids, they love you to death. They give you posters. They tell you they love you and hug you, and that was a welcome home for me. But this American Legion is a welcome home too. And you got a lot of good guys, a lot of good veterans in here. And what we're doing today, if it'll help these kids a little bit, then it's worth it. They need to, don't worry about not. A lot of people don't want you to be in the military and that, but you need to be. And I think when you get out of high school, when you walk across the stage and get your diploma, I think that the drill sergeant should be on the other end of the stage and load you on that little green bus and take you for your basic training. I think everybody ought to take that because that's good training.
It's like Craig was saying, Veterans Day, we go to the schools and tell them a little bit about each one, where they served and what they did. But what just amazes me is you get up on the stage and they bring all of these kids into a gymnasium. They don't have any chairs. They sit them all on the floor, and you look out there and you see just a sea of faces, just cute little kids, and just see what their potential could be and how fortunate we are to live in a country that has the freedoms that we have and the opportunities. And I know that the vast majority of the kids and the teachers are appreciative of the service that was rendered by members of the military.
I think the one thing is we live in a great country. I mean, we have freedoms like you can't believe. We have choices to what church you want to go to. You have a choice of what show you want to see, or restaurants, or we've just got everything. I mean, but somebody had to sacrifice for it. You look at these countries, these third world countries, and I feel bad for the people. I mean, everything they own, they carry, and they have dictators. But this America is a great place to live, and Utah is a good place to live. But they need to appreciate that. But it hasn't been free. You know, a lot of people have suffered, or a lot of families have lost loved ones for wars and that. But sometimes you got to have them. But this is a great country. But these kids need to realize that, and I hope they do. But I guess if we've done one thing, if they'll realize it, then that's a good thing we've done.
What do they say? Freedom isn't free, and there's been lots of members of the community. I think back of World War II, my father was in Iwo Jima, and he received a Purple Heart while he was there, and just how many of the men were sacrificed. He was on a landing craft, and they said 60% of the men that reached the shore didn't make it.
Yeah.
And so there's been a lot of sacrifice and a lot of men that's donated their lives for our freedoms, and I just hope we can appreciate what we have.